Hello and a really warm welcome to today's live. It's Rachel Smith here, your host at In Live Your Abundant Life. So this is Monday's mindset. It's like a chat, and I could have created a written post, but I actually wanted to speak to you about this, and you're going to see quite a theme here over the next couple of weeks because we've got some really exciting content for you. So as you come live, come and say hi, come let me know who is here, and let me know how this information that I'm sharing with you, this content, actually sits with you. Hi Ali, lovely to see you here. So every Monday over here in Live Your Abundant Life, I create content for you to help and support you build that mindset. So why is that so important for us as business owners? And it kind of, for me, it kind of goes back to 2016 when I'd really made a decision that I was going to be all in and do absolutely everything I could to create the business and therefore the life that I truly desired to have. I was absolutely fed up of working really hard and getting very little results from it. And one of the things that I was really brilliant at with my clients was to help and support them on like programming themselves for success. But it was actually a piece of work that I didn't actually spend any time doing for myself. It was always one of those things that was on my to-do list, and I never actually got around to it. And the moment that I made a decision that I was going to be all in to create the most amazing business in life, and the moment that I equally committed to programming myself for the success that I was just going to call in because I decided, is the time when everything in my business and therefore my life changed as well. And that's what I want to share with you, not just today, but over the course of the next couple of weeks. So as you live, come and say hi, come and let me know. What I'd love to know is, what is your current mindset like? And, how much time do you actually spend on programming yourself for success? So let me just tell you the before and after scenario. So before I actually made this decision that I was going to program myself for success. Hi Jenny, lovely to see you here. Totally up Jenny's street is this. So the kind of before picture looked like I had a massive actions to do list, and I was constantly worried about where clients were coming from, I was constantly worried about money, and I was constantly working in my business. So it was like this complete spiral of worry, anxiety, action, and it went on and on and on, and it was exhausting. Hi Alison, lovely to see you here. So the after picture is that I programmed myself for success, and it meant like in 2016 and going forward that I would, I'd get a download of my next amazing offer that I was going to put out there. I'd create it, I'd go out there, I'd launch it, and guess what? I sold it. And by using that strategy in 2016, I actually tripled my income in 2016 from where I was in 2015. Yes, Ali is saying yes, she totally relates to this. And it's, it's almost like you've got to flick the switch. And flicking the switch happens at different times with different people. For me, I wasn't going to put up with any more kind of BS from myself, because I recognized that all the time that I was struggling in my business, all the time that I started to believe that I couldn't have the business of my dreams, and all the time that I looked at other people and was just amazed at all their amazingness, that I realized that that was all my BS. And I made a very conscious decision that I wasn't going to step into that version of myself anymore. Yeah, Alison is completely right. She's saying she's in alignment now and stuff is flying out the door, definitely. Yeah, and Alison is a real expert on menstrual cycle, and if you want to know what she means with regard to it could be spring, certainly let her know. I'm currently at the end of my winter, so I'm not flowing as nicely as I will do, but next week I will be in spring and I will be absolutely out there and going for it. So I've said that this live is about up-leveling your feelings, your thoughts and your actions to up-level your results. So yeah, so Jenny says that it's very all or nothing for her at the moment. So she's not sure what the pattern is. But for Jenny, she's early into her business. And this is when you get to feel around and you get to be really, really playful about what you like to do, what works. And then after a while, Jenny, before too long, Alison's just clarifying that it's actually the season of the weather, not the season of her body. So Jenny, for you then, it could well be that very shortly, because you are really brilliant at taking action and getting results, it could be that very shortly you begin to see a pattern emerging, and you'll know really soon how it is for you in your business about how you can launch and how you can create offers and how you can keep growing your awesome business. So for Jenny, who's new to business, I'd just say, you know, be playful, be reflective when you've got the results in, look at what's working and check in with your alignment. Like Alison says, it's actually about alignment, isn't it? So I said that this is about up-leveling your feelings, thoughts and actions. So often I talk about being in your groove. And that is that you're working really hard, get the results in, and then you can't break out of that. And for me, it's about actually up-leveling everything in your whole being to be at the next level. So the next level of thinking, the next level of action, the next level of accepting and being open to receiving exactly what it is that you want to receive. Because all the time that you're in your current state, so Jenny's saying that she's exhausted, she's in hustling mode. So Jenny, it might be that you're currently in hustling mode here. And what you need to figure out is what's working really well for you and to cut out the things that aren't working really well for you. But also, when you're in that kind of exhausted phase or worry phase or that anything that's not like sitting nicely with you, is that actually what you need to do is up-level your energy so that you're not focusing on the negativity, you're not focusing on the lack of energy. And I would say that it would be a great exercise to do is to actually like go forward by 6 months and see how you want your business and your life to feel and for your life and your business to be in 6 months' time, and just write it out. One of my first coaches, the lovely Susie Greaves, who's now the editor of Philosophy magazine, I worked with her and she gave me this exercise, which I still use with my clients today, where you write out your perfect day. So this is your perfect day without any boundaries, without any challenges, without any obstacles to, well, I can't have that. So if you know that you want to wake up in a particular way in the morning, that's your starting point. So maybe you would ideally wake up and like do some stretches, or maybe you'd go outside and be peaceful for 10 minutes, or you would sit with your journal or something like that. So you write out exactly how you want to wake up, how you want to feel when you wake up, what your first actions are when you wake up. And this is all as your future version of yourself. And you go through all the way through your day. And because we're here business, yeah, it's one of my most favorite exercises. Alison, it gives me goosebumps, and I'll talk about that in a little while. But because we're here to look at like up-leveling our businesses and our actions, it's about thinking about your perfect day in your business. And you write it out. You like, if you want to write pages and pages and pages, you write it out. And this is something that you can go back to over and over and over again. And just keep on writing. You might want to just really focus on one bit. Maybe you really want to focus on like your health and fitness, or your relationship, or something like that. But in the terms of the business, you write out who you want to work with, how you want to feel about it, the money that you're generating from it, how many hours you're working in your day, and you write out about how easy you want your business to feel. And you write and write and write and write and write, and you get it all out. And then you look at that with the knowledge and the complete acceptance that everything that you have written on that piece of paper is absolutely and utterly achievable by you. And it's when you step into that belief, when you get goosebumps, or maybe the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, that's when you know that this is in alignment, and it shuts down all the other expectations that you might have on yourself or what you think other people might have on you. This is just about focusing on you, on your business, on your awesomeness, and then anchoring in this complete and utter unshakable belief that you can achieve this, and you can achieve it in exactly the way that you've just described it. And then, so this is like up-leveling your feelings, this is up-leveling your thoughts. So this is you programming yourself for your future success, and it feels so nice. And then this is the bit that how you take this to the next level. And this is the juice, this is the power of this particular exercise. So there you are, you've laid out your future version of your business and of your life. And you're excited, and you might even actually feel really impatient because you can feel how utterly amazing that's going to be for you, for your family, for your clients. And then you look at that and you put yourself in the present moment, you step into that future version of yourself, and you think about what is the one action that your future version of yourself will be doing on a daily basis. So it could be that that this future version of yourself is going out there and making a high-end offer, or you know that this future version of yourself is going to write a blog post, or this future version of yourself is going to create a live where you're on your page. So whatever you can see you will be doing in the future after you've done that first exercise is that you take that action there and then. And this is one of the most powerful things you can do at the time when you're energetically, like you've written about your future, you're excited about your future, you might be impatient for your future, and then you take action in that energy as that future version of yourself. And if you do that, I would encourage you to take daily action as your future version of yourself every day. But if you can do that 2 or 3 times a week, you are going to up level your results really quickly. So let me explain a couple of kind of scenarios where this has happened for me really well. So let me know if you've got some examples as well. So many of you know that 2 years ago, we as a family got the opportunity to purchase my grandparents' cottage. It was not the right time. We didn't know if we could release the money, and it just wasn't something that we were actually looking for. But this opportunity came up, and I was away with my family at the end of May. We're in Ely in Scotland, and I didn't speak to my husband about it, but I was like, oh my God, I've always said that I would love to have my grandparents' cottage. And I always had this dream that my sister and I would do it. And whilst I was away, and I knew this property was going to go on the market really quickly, I contacted my sister and I said, is this something that you could do? And she's like, no, it's totally not the right time for us. So from that point on, I knew that if I was going to own that house, I was going to have to do it with my husband. It was going to have to be like our thing. Now, he'd never set foot in this property. He was not emotionally attached to this property at all. So I journaled furiously on that holiday. I think it was like 4 days. I journaled and journaled and journaled about what I wanted to happen. Like I could see us as a family in that space. Now, I hadn't been in that property for 20 years and it had changed quite a bit. So I didn't know what it looked like either, but it was the feeling of that property. So then I finally plucked up courage and I said to my husband towards the end of the holiday, do you know, I think we should go and have a look at this. And he said yes straight away. So we came back off holiday on the Saturday and we picked the keys up on the Sunday. And we walked into this house and it had not been touched in 20 years. And it was in a terrible state, really bad state. Everything needed doing to it. And it smelled really bad. And I was like looking around it, getting really like sentimental, very emotional about it. And I knew that it felt like the right thing for me. But obviously I was in it with my husband. And the children ran off down the garden path and did exactly what me and my siblings had always done when we were kids. And I let him walk around the house. I mean, it's not a very big house. It didn't take very long. And I was thinking, oh my God, he's going to be just thinking of the work that needed to be done. So then tentatively turned to him and said, so what do you think then? And he said yes straight away. And it was like, oh my gosh, this feels like the right thing. And I knew it was the right thing from writing about it all of those days. And then we were able to like share our joint kind of vision for this thing, for this house. And it took us another year to purchase this house. And we had lots of tests along the way, lots of opportunities to run away from this hellish project. Yet we didn't. It gave us every opportunity to keep checking in with ourselves, saying like, is this the right thing for us right now? And every time it came back as yes. And then we got the keys on the 5th of April, I think, 2017. And then we worked solidly on that property with 2 children on our weekends after working like in our jobs and stuff, all the way through spring and summer. And like a year on, that house has been completely renovated. And we're even getting grass this weekend, which is a big thing. It means that we can start on the outside. And like 2 years on, I'm stepping into that future version of myself. So I really wanted to like share that story with you to show how in those 4 days when I was in Ely in Scotland on holiday, I wrote about how we were going to be as a family in that and what the experience was going to be like and what it felt like. And 2 years on, we're there. You know, we've done the hard work. And we're now at a place where we can enjoy this beautiful location and this beautiful house and everything that we have worked hard on it. So this is just like an example of how powerful it is when you take time out from your busy lives to step into that future version of yourself and then take action from that place. And even though there might be challenges and oh my God, moments, these are just opportunities for you to check in and make sure that this is the right journey for you. So I hope that has given you some inspiration that wherever you are in your business, that you can flick the switch and decide that this is absolutely the right time for you right now to go and grow your amazing business. And for you to do the exercise that I described, where you go out and you describe your perfect day and you make it as big and brilliant and bold and gorgeous as you want. This is your perfect day. It's not anybody else's. It's not your child's perfect day. It's not your partner's perfect day. It's not the dog's perfect day. It's your perfect day. And then every time you do that exercise, and if you can on a daily basis, think about creating action as that future version of yourself, because really quickly you will be 2 years on and you'll be in a completely different place. How exciting is that? So has anybody got any questions about anything that I shared there? Anything where you go, that's great, but I've got a question about this? Or if you feel really inspired to go and find 10 minutes now where you can sit down and complete that exercise, let me know. I'd really like to know. And anybody who's watching the recording back, you can equally ask your questions or come back and tell me how this is sitting with you. And as I said, I really want to share a lot of this this idea of up-leveling, because it's so important for you if you are serious about getting out of your current groove and really creating awesomeness. Jenny's going to do it. Brilliant. Jenny, you go for it. So Jenny, if you want to cut out the hustling in your business, go and do this where you're not hustling, where it's all graceful and easy and amazing and it's exactly as you want it to be. Go and write that out. You might not know how that happens. That doesn't matter. I had no idea how I was going to manage my husband to say yes, or which I didn't. Obviously, I couldn't. And how we were going to find the money, or how we were going to find the time and the energy to renovate a property that was like, terrible. And probably at the end of the summer, I'm going to open up opportunities for people to actually come and work with me in that gorgeous location. So it's always been one of my intentions to hold some intimate mastermind days in the cottage, so because it's such a beautiful setting, and certainly by then we'll be ready to open it to other people. We haven't opened it up to anybody else yet, because I think everything's just so lovely. We've kind of kept it for ourselves, but I think we're getting ready to open it up. Alison's like, yeah. Alison, the garden's big enough. We could have a total yoga session. It's enormous. Alison was actually in the location on the weekend. I should have told you which cottage it was, shouldn't I? And then you could have gone and had a look. But yeah, it's going to be, my kind of idea is that we'd light the fire and we'll work through our businesses and our plans, and we'll kind of really kind of go deep and do a lot of this work and just have an awesome time. That's going to happen in the autumn, because I think that'll be the perfect time for us to go and visit that. And because the downstairs is quite big, but yeah. Oh, for our car, we weren't there, Alison. I was home because, why was I home? Oh, because I was going to, I went to Emmerdale yesterday. The things you do, isn't it? That's like the secret life. Right. Everybody have a really fabulous Monday evening. I now need to go and feed my 11-year-old. I only have one child tonight. The other one's on a play date, so I've been able to squeeze in a little bit of extra work. But this is such a brilliant exercise, and I really want for you to start to think about this idea of up-leveling. So, if I had my packing to do, Alison, I pack at the last minute, love. I'll be packing on Friday going, oh, I should have maybe put that in my bag, but never mind. Right, have a very lovely Monday evening. Let me know how you get on with this exercise. Let me know what you want to up level to. And yeah, let's start up leveling and shifting our businesses forward. This is like, if you're feeling like Alison, where this like change in our physical environment is making you feel like you really want to get off the starting blocks with your business and really ramp up your results, this is the perfect time and the perfect exercise to start that. So have a beautiful Monday evening, and I look forward to connecting with you really soon. Bye for now.